Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you. My name is Cassie, and on this channel, we talk all things of healing, self-love, and self-care, and of course, becoming your dream woman. And on today's episode, we are going to talk about some dating things. Here's the question that will completely change the way that you date. And that is, are you dating for connection or are you dating for a title and to receive validation? Because those are two very different energies, two very different nervous systems, and two very different outcomes as well. And if you're honest with yourself, you already know deep down which one you've been operating from. So let's talk about it. When you're dating for a title, girlfriend, wife, being his person, you start to show up very differently. You end up in this auditioning mode, right? Where you are performing and you are thinking, what do I need to say? How do I need to act? How do I make sure that he chooses me? How do I not mess this up? And then your nervous system goes into evaluation mode. And then you're no longer just being, you are actually in the mode of managing his perception of you. And when you are trying to be chosen, you're suddenly abandoning yourself. You start overlooking red flags, you downplay your standards, you are overgiving in situations, you overaccommodate, and you become hyper aware of how you are being reviewed. Because the goal here isn't connection, the goal is securing that position. But here's the problem with that. When you're focused on getting that title, you're not actually focused on whether or not that if this person is right for you. You're just focusing on whether or not you are right for them. And that is a massive power imbalance, and it's not in your favor. So let's talk about this auditioning energy. When you're dating for validation, you're unconsciously thinking, if I could just prove I'm good enough, I'm lovable enough, I'm chill enough, I'm supportive enough, then he'll choose me, right? I'll finally be chosen. But healthy aligned love is not something that you need to audition for. It is something that you need to align with. So when you're auditioning, you're operating from a place of fear of rejection, fear of not being enough, and fear of being alone. And that energy feels tight, right? It makes you feel anxious, and it actually puts you in a performing energy as well. And people can feel that. Now let's shift the energy here. When you are dating for connection, everything starts changing because you're not asking, how do I get him to choose me? You are asking, do I feel safe here? Do I feel seen? Do I like the person I am when I am around him? Are our values aligned? And you are more present. You're feeling more curious. You are grounded in your own worth, not trying to extract something. You are actually exploring different things. That energy is relaxing, right? It's open, it's magnetic, because you're not trying to convince anyone of your value. You already know it. And that is a powerful place to be. So when you date for validation, you are actually chasing a feeling. You think like, oh, if I get this relationship, then I will feel secure. If he claims me, then I will feel worthy. If I get this title, then I will feel chosen. But titles don't create security. Self-worth does. You don't feel chosen by yourself. No title will ever fix that for you. And if you date for connection instead of validation, something powerful happens. You slow down, you observe more, you stop rushing intimacy, you stop forcing chemistry, and you stop trying to lock that situation down by like, oh, am I your girlfriend? Are we in committed relationship? Da 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 da, right? And that actually increases the attraction because grounding energy is attractive. Someone who isn't desperate to secure a position, it is someone who is simply exploring alignments. And that feels safe, that feels confidence, and that feels mature. And then a subtle shift. This isn't about pretending that you don't want commitments. No, it's about your intention. So instead of saying, oh, I hope he chooses me, shift that thought to, I'm seeing if this is aligned for me. Instead of saying, how do I keep him? You shift that to, do I even want to keep this dynamic? And instead of saying, what can I offer so he stays, you're going to want to shift that to, what are we naturally building together? Because connection is mutual, validation is one-sided. If you are in a relationship based on the title and validation, you are probably feeling very exhausted at this point because it is most likely a very one-sided relationship where you are doing most of the work and the other person is taking in the benefits of all of your effort and your work. So you're going to definitely want to pay attention to that and figure out, okay, do I want to continue in this dynamic? And the hard truth is, if you are dating for validation, it may be because that you are outsourcing your worth. And that's not shameful. It's human, but it's something that needs to be healed. Because when you are rooted in your self-worth, you don't need someone else to put that crown on you, babe. You don't need to secure the title to feel valuable. You feel valuable on your own. You become the woman who chooses intentionally. You move slowly, you observe the patterns, you maintain your standards, and you don't overextend to earn that love. And ironically, that is the woman who men pursue seriously. Not because she's playing games, but because she isn't playing for validation. She is playing for alignments. So I want you to ask yourself a few questions. When I go on dates, am I evaluating him or am I hoping that he evaluates me well? Am I curious about compatibility or am I trying to impress him? Am I showing up in my real personality or am I being performative by being that best version of me that feels safe at this point? And be honest here, because awareness is where the healing actually starts to begin. And secure dating sounds like I desire a relationship, but I don't need this specific person to validate me. I want connection, but I won't force it. I am open, but I am not desperate. And that energy actually creates the polarity that we desperately need in our relationships these days. And it creates ease, it creates attraction that isn't anxiety based. And most importantly, it protects your heart because you're not attaching based on potential, you are observing reality. And when you do that, you can make real based decisions, right? If you're going to stay in this dynamic or not. So if you're dating for a title, you're not wrong, you're not broken. You were just probably trying to feel chosen. But the deeper work here is choosing yourself first. And when you do that, dating stops feeling like a performance and it starts feeling like a conversation. It becomes about shared values, shared vision, and shared emotional safety. And that is where the real connection begins. So if this resonated with you, comment below connection over validation. And let me know, have you ever caught yourself auditioning and dating? Because the more we talk about this, the more we heal it. And when we heal it, we stop chasing titles and we actually start building real love. And lastly, but not least, if you are feeling that you would like to heal your self-worth and become more secure within yourself, I have this amazing healing program, and you can get more information on that by emailing me at sayyes2healing1111@gmail.com. I will leave that in the description as well. And this is basically the healing program that I use to heal my self-worth and to become a secure attachment, because I used to be anxiously attached. So I used to be in this auditioning energy. I'm so happy that I've been able to, heal and become the best version of me. And I hope that I can help you do the same. So I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.